Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com and I'm here to do the Capricorn November horoscope, and it's another huge month in the heavens again this month. But finally, things should start to feel like they're moving forward for you. So I'm looking forward to that, I can tell you. On the 4th of the month, Mercury turns direct, and Mercury's been in your 10th house of career and reputation. So hopefully any miscommunication should slow down after that date. We also have Mars going direct on the 14th of the month, and Mars is in your 4th house of home and family. So if there's been any skittishness there or arguments, or maybe just you felt unmotivated around the home, maybe you haven't had the energy to do housework and stuff that you wanted to do, Mars moving forward should give you more energy and more vitality around your home. And also last day of the month, the 30th, there's a full moon lunar eclipse, and that's in your 6th house of everyday work, health and well-being. Now, a full moon always causes transformation, and eclipse really amplifies that transformation. So you could find something happening with your everyday work. It's going to be transformed in some way. You might, and your horoscope shows that there is a really important decision to be made in November. So you might consider a new job, giving up some parts of the past. And I'll talk about that too when I look at your horoscope. So if you're new, I'll just briefly explain what I do. It's a little bit different. I like to draw 2 tarot cards as theme cards for the month for you. I have a psychic vision before I turn the cards over, and I find it gives a much more deeper sort of interpretation to your horoscope. The tarot cards and the horoscope, they work hand in hand quite often together. So then we'll have a look at your horoscope, and then right at the end, stick around because I'll be doing a psychic channeling for everybody. Whatever comes up, comes up. I never know what I'm going to say. Sometimes it's for the group collective, and other times just little bits of things float into my mind's eye about individual people, and yeah, we'll just see what comes out. If you are new, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell right now. Okay, so let's go to the main board and draw these 2 tarot cards as I was mentioning. Okay, I've already pre-shuffled the cards, but I'll look for a card. I'm going to go for that card. Something that is impactful and really stands out to me. I close my eyes, I get the colour yellow. Okay, so that's all about brightness, happiness, things going on in the solar plexus. There could be some issues, something come up about authority figures, your father, your husband, your brother, or perhaps even the government. So you may be dealing with government agencies, for example, perhaps about money or something else, but there's this thing that you want to be free and you want to be independent, and so you're prepared to do whatever it takes to gain your sovereignty and independence in life. Okay, the card that comes up is the 2 of Swords. This comes up a fair bit actually, and it means, you know, balancing things. So when you make a decision, you've considered all aspects of that decision. Do bear in mind there are these 2 reflections in the past. So this applies to everybody. Whenever we make a decision, we're doing it from the standpoint of our previous experience, you know, so there's like the past hanging around us. So we're looking at the lens of the new situation through an old lens of what's happened in the past, which may or may not be accurate, okay, because every situation that comes along is essentially a new situation, but sometimes it's a repeat of a pattern or a cycle. So that's just something to bear in mind, but weighing things up and cutting things off. Okay, this is actually in your horoscope this month, so this card is right on the mark for November. Okay, looking at the second card, this can be the second half of the month if you want to think in terms of time, although we all know there's no such thing as time and spirit. Look at that, they've just jumped out. Okay, so I always read the one on the top, but before I turn it over, I'm going to close my eyes. What do I see for Capricorns in November 2020? I see a jug. It looks like it's full of tea, and usually somebody giving you a drink or you giving someone a drink is about nurturing either yourself or another person. So it could be a time of nurturance for you. Oh, okay, and I'm getting the distinct feeling it's you doing it for yourself, and it's in the time, because you do have a lot happening here in your 12th house, which we'll talk about in a minute. It's in the time when you're in quiet reflection, okay? So relaxing and rejuvenating, and it's like having a cup of tea, which probably isn't very relevant if you're in the US, because most people don't drink tea in the US, but certainly in Australia we drink a lot of it. I drink it every day, all the time. Yeah, so it's about you relaxing and rejuvenating. The card that comes up is the Hierophant. This is all about knowledge. It's a great card to have because it's about you getting new knowledge, but more than that, it's also about the wisdom that you need to apply that knowledge in the physical world. Knowledge is key. Okay, she's got the key here in her hand, and here are the keys of life in the book of life. Okay, this is your book of life, what you've come to the planet with. And here in the 3rd house, we have Neptune. So you might be thinking more on a spiritual level, looking at getting spiritual knowledge, improving your psychic abilities or your intuition as well with Neptune here. So you're likely to be thinking about maybe researching or thinking about some study or ways that you can get more information about something, maybe your spiritual life. Okay, so they are the 2 cards, but what I'm going to do now is talk about your horoscope, and so I'll zoom the board like that so you can see it better. Okay, so just remember those 2 cards, so the Hierophant and the 2 of Swords, okay, because they will come up in one way or another. Okay, let's have a look at this now. 21st of October to the 21st of November, Sun in your 11th house. So this is all about clubs, networks and groups. You could be offered a leadership role. That's quite possible. There's a lot of socialising, and you may be called on to take some sort of additional or special responsibility in a group. 27th of October to the 10th of November, Mercury in the 10th house is all about career planning, lots of communications, activity in your career, and achieving your aspirations. Now, this is a type of career that makes your heart sing. This is not your everyday work, okay? This is like your life mission, your vocation, what makes your heart sing. 27th of October to the 21st of November, Venus in your 10th house here. So this again is your vocation, what I was just talking about, your life mission. With Venus there, things are likely to go quite smoothly. There's likely to be people in authority that could help you and assist you. Venus really is the oil of good relationships because it likes things to go smoothly. Okay, so Venus is helping you out in some way here. It's a sort of, it's almost got like good luck associated with it. You could also be making good friends through work and good connections through your work. 27th of October to the 1st of December, Mars conjuncts Mars. This gives you strong desires to make a fresh start. Your physical energy and willpower are very strong now. They're increasing. It's a great time to channel your abundant energy to avoid irritability. Yes, please do that, because sometimes with Mars conjuncts Mars, there could be a little accident or maybe like a trip or something like that. So it's best that you go and do something to get that energy out of your system. Go walking or something. Don't do anything dangerous. 30th of October to the 7th of November is a great time for making plans and considering study. 9th of November to the 1st of December, Mercury in your 11th house here. Look how busy this is here with all your friends and groups and associations and connections, okay? And I'm just getting now 2 online associations and connections. You could get a lot of new, Facebook friends or LinkedIn connections, those sorts of things. So with this, there's likely to be a lot of group discussions and making new friends through your work, socialising, not necessarily through your work, but through friends of friends, socialising and chit-chat and lots of group activity. 5th of November to the 17th of November, Jupiter conjuncts Pluto gives you a strong need for personal recognition and success. You need more prosperity and independence in your life. You're looking for freedom. You want to power forward. The thing is, there could be some power struggles because other people might want to block you in some way or hold you back. But even so, you're likely to get what you want, basically. So even if somebody tries to stop you, you'll find a way around it. Success is very likely nonetheless, no matter what other people do. 15th of November, there's a new moon in your 11th house here. Okay, a new moon is always about new beginnings. So new friends coming in, and maybe that's part of your decision-making process this month is to decide who you let go of and who you keep. Okay, it's almost like there's not enough hours in the day to do everything with all this socialising and focus on your work. Okay, so 20th of November to the 15th of December, Venus in your 11th house there. Okay, so this is a great energy actually because you could be meeting with lots of new people and it's likely to be successful, especially work meetings and business meetings. And you find that you're all on the same page. You might find that you're more interested in art, music, and you'll be going to parties and gala events which will go very well. 20th of November to the 21st of December, Sun in your 12th house here, and this gives you the feeling that you need to retreat from the world for a bit and have some quiet time out to relax and rejuvenate. Remember I was talking about that before? It's like your ego demands get put on hold. So you had some ambitions, things you wanted to accomplish, but what you don't get done, you're just going to leave it for a while and then go back to it. 27th of October to the 1st of December, Mars conjuncts Mars, again making a fresh start, striking out on your own, looking for more freedom and independence. So that's sort of another theme for the month for you. 26th of November to the 6th of December, Jupiter conjuncts Saturn. Okay, so this is what all of this has been leading up to, and that is that there's an important decision in your life that has to be made this month. You have to weigh up the pros and cons and let go of the past, but which parts do you let go of? What's happening is you're like a snake shedding its skin because you're growing and have grown too big for the old identity, so you have to let some things go. Only you can make this decision of what to let go of, okay? And you need to do it so that your life can be more meaningful and you can have a sense of purpose in your life, okay? So that's where this card comes in here. You have to decide, you have to cut something off or cut back on something, okay? Swords are always analysing, dissecting or cutting, and just letting go of things, those thoughts, especially thoughts, so you could change your mind about something and find that you're going to change your thinking about something and just let go of the past. Okay, so 30th of, where did we get up to? 26th of November to the 6th of December, Jupiter squares Mercury, planning something big for your future and you're looking towards greener pastures. You're full of optimism and enthusiasm, but do try to keep at least 1 foot on the ground and remain realistic. There could be travel, but one thing that is for sure is that you're broadening your horizons in life. You're seeking new vistas. 30th of November to the 20th of December, Mercury in your 12th house here. Okay, you're likely to become more sensitive, more intuitive, more spiritual. If you've got any sort of psychic ability, that'll probably get stronger as well. This is a great time for inner reflection and just to be quiet generally. You might find that you're feeling quite sensitive, so do watch what food you eat and what environments you go into. You know that they're not toxic, okay? It's not a good time to be associating with other people at the moment, you know, so going to large crowd events and things like that, it's not a good thing under this, because you might find that it really rattles you, all of the noise and the sensitivity. So you're better to get your information from yourself rather than other people. A wait and see attitude is likely. Okay, so 30th of November, full moon, lunar eclipse in your 6th house here. Now, the 6th house, this is your health and well-being, and also your daily work, your everyday habits. And this means that transformation is happening in these areas. A full moon lunar eclipse, it's strong. It's stronger than, you know, a normal full moon, and it's like amplified, and you may find the effects last for several months before the 30th of November and after the 30th of November. Okay, so and then in December we have another eclipse, so it's like rolling from one into the other. But you're transforming your everyday work and your health and your well-being, and that's another reason why it's best to avoid large crowds and dealing with, you know, other people, especially where there's noise and distraction, because this sensitivity happening here in your 6th house, you could get sick if you're not looking after your health properly or your normal everyday well-being. Okay, so that's your horoscope. Now I'm going to close my eyes and see what I see for you, courageous Capricorns, for the month of November. That's my dog, Jupiter. He's sneezing. He's a big boy having a sneeze. Okay, closing my eyes now. What do I see for Capricorns? Okay, I see jam. I don't know how you make jam. I'm a really terrible cook, by the way. And so somebody's making jam. Oh, I don't know what you call it in America. I think you call it jelly. So yeah, I think jelly. So it's red, so it could be raspberry or strawberry or some sort of berries. And I think this is just saying, try and be sweet to yourself. You might find your sweet tooth is on overdrive in November, and especially in the northern hemisphere when it's getting colder, you might be looking for sweet, nurturing other people as well. Okay, I see some of you finally giving up the sacrifice. I see a cross around somebody's neck and they've taken it off. This is probably for an individual rather than the whole group of everybody who's listening, but somebody's taking the cross off their throat because they're giving up. They've decided they've sacrificed enough. I don't know why it's necessary to keep on sacrificing. If you're a Christian, you know that Jesus already did the sacrifice, and he did it for everybody else so that we didn't have to. So there's no need to keep on sacrificing. And somebody, it's like the penny has dropped and they're like having an aha moment. I don't need to wear a cross anymore. I don't need to sacrifice anymore. Well done you. That's what I think. Well done you. There's a tree here, yes, again, and it's sort of blowing lightly in the wind, and I know the wind is like your thoughts, and this is a change of thoughts or a change of mind about something. Okay, courageous Capricorns, what else do I see? Yes, art, I can see somebody painting, I see the paint brushes. That's literally, but metaphorically, we all paint our own lives. It's like when we come here, we've got the broad brush strokes in place, but we decide here and now what colours we paint our lives. Are we going to go outside the lines? I always do. When I was in school, in like kindergarten, like I went to school when I was 4, which was too young. But I could never stay in the lines, and it's like a lot of you want to go outside the lines. You want to sort of stretch the envelope, you know, you want to be freer than just staying in a box and saying you must stay within the lines, because now you're starting to see that there are ways of going outside the lines that are actually better. And I mean, how many times do we go outside the lines when we put lipstick on, you know? Like, I'm always going outside the lines of my lips, or if I put, you know, like the lip pencil, and trying to stay within the lines. It's hard work. Okay, it's fine. I'll give you permission. If you've been thinking about doing something radical, like getting out of the box, I give you permission to do something different. And especially being Capricorn, because you like to follow the rules. And there's times when that's really appropriate, and there's times when it's okay to step outside the box. Okay, I see a lion's face in front of me. There might be a Leo involved in helping you step out of the box and outside the lines. Okay, it's almost like the lion's here and he's got his tongue sticking out like that, you know, like ha. So he's a bit of a smarty pants, Leo, but it's actually a help for you, because that energy actually lightens you up a bit. Okay, because sometimes you have a bit of a tendency to be, you know, a bit stuck in the mud, and then you get into a rut. Okay, and a rut is really not the best place to be. All right, so that's it, courageous Capricorns. So I hope you found this helpful. If you are new, please consider subscribing to my channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell right now. Have a wonderful month, everyone. I really hope that things improve in your life if you've been having a rough go of it lately. I know a lot of star signs have been really, you know, in the wars, and it's been tough. But November does promise to look a little bit better. Okay, thanks again, and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.